welcome to a brand new episode of Coming Distractions brought to you by the Nerdpocalypse Podcasts. Okay, guys, I'm back. This episode, I'm going to talk about The Eyes of Tammy Faye. This is the biographical drama based on the documentary Eyes of Tammy Faye, this time starring Jessica Chastain, Andrew Garfield, Vincent D'Onofrio, and Cherry Jones. So if you're not aware of the story of Tammy Faye Bakker, this is a great sort of introduction about her and Jim Bakker. They were incredibly popular TV evangelists from basically the early 70s into the late 80s. I remember them on television growing up, which is wild. I'll just give you, just as a side note, I'm not a religious person, so I find their story to be actually fascinating from an outsider's perspective. It's excellent. This is an excellent movie. Jessica Chastain as Tammy Faye Bakker, this person who is known for her sort of extreme makeup looks and being a really wholesome person. She legitimately was, but also incredibly naive. Married to Jim Bakker, who was just a money grubbing TV evangelist, who kind of snowballed her in a lot of ways and was incredibly, manipulative and sort of mentally abusive to her. It's a great character piece showing someone's true arc in life, right? Where the film starts out with showing the two of them meeting and sort of seminary school kind of thing. And after they meet, they're just enamored with each other. They almost get married immediately because they want to have sex, which is hilarious. But they do. And so then it sort of takes their voyage from that, getting sort of kicked out of seminary school, all the way to them becoming these household names, as they even are still today. Tammy Faye Bakker's story is interesting from the perspective of she, while sitting sort of at the right hand of this powerful guy, Jim Bakker, she was her own person in a lot of ways, right? She tried to be open to things I think that a lot of times are not associated with these sort of televangelists. There's a very famous scene actually of her talking to someone who had been a man recently diagnosed with HIV during the HIV/AIDS epidemic in the early 80s. And you get to see Jim Bakker's response and Jerry Falwell, played by Vincent D'Onofrio, excellently, I might add, their response, which is as stereotypical as you would think. And it's just really an interesting story of this woman who just was trying to be as by the book of a Christian as she could be, while also being an odd accomplice to the exact opposite behavior by her husband. I mentioned Cherry Jones earlier, who plays her mother. You've seen Cherry Jones on Handmaid's Tale, Succession, and a number of other things over the years. And she's also fantastic, as she always is, as Tammy Faye Bakker's mom. Look, I can't say enough good things about Jessica Chastain in this role. She kind of disappears behind the makeup to just really fully embrace Tammy Faye Bakker's just larger than life personality. Andrew Garfield, who largely kind of disappeared from sort of mainstream films for a long time after Spider-Man, playing Jim Bakker here. He's so convincing. You kind of forget how great of an actor he has the potential to be when given great things to do. I did fail to mention this is directed by Michael Showalter, who directed The Big Sick. So if you've seen that with about Kumail Nanjiani's actual real life story of how he met his wife, that should give you, if you like The Big Sick, you'll love this as well. It does such a good job of digging into the characters and making you really care about them, whether you agree with their philosophies on life or not. So I'm sure some people would think that this is a movie to either lionize religion. So if you're not into that, that's not for you, or that is there to just bash religion. So if you're there for that, then this is the movie for you. It's neither, right? It seems to take a pretty honest look at it. And just look at how their religion affected them as people, right? And whether or not that was fair or not fair at the time. So highly recommend The Eyes of Tammy Faye. It's great. All of the acting is great. I would not be surprised if this is talked about during Oscar time, to be honest. I think everyone brought their A game. So it's nice to see Andrew Garfield back. It's always nice to see Jessica Chastain crush a role like this. Vincent D'Onofrio, I would watch, and I think Jerry Falwell is a terrible person, but I would watch a Jerry Falwell biopic with Vincent D'Onofrio. He is incredibly convincing as that character. So check out The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and we will see you guys next time.